Good afternoon, y'all. How you doing? This is Coach Carvel Bailey. Welcome to another episode of Coach Carvel Bailey's Lunch and Learn. All right, today I'm gonna break down three effective steps to be able to help your athletes' production and performance. Effective. I didn't say simple. Three effective steps. All right. We'll be right back after today's message.
Who in the country got a player walking that hall that's better than everybody on that team. And they never understand why they're not playing. It probably started, say, for like a high school kid, if you ask them, oh, well, freshman year, I messed up on my grades or this or that. Well, now after you messed up on your grades, then you went to the street. So now that your whole attitude changed from wanting to be an athlete to now you want to be out here and you want to be a hot boy. And so now the coach then got a totally different perspective of you. So now sophomore year, you don't try out. Now junior year, when, you really popping, you want to play, coach ain't going to deal with you. Senior year, you like, man, it's my last year. But then, go back to freshman year, all because of, or I've seen kids literally from elementary school, like, oh, what happened? Well, I, wasn't eligible 5th grade. And then, 6th grade, I got in trouble right prior to tryouts. Well, all that goes hand in hand. So I don't necessarily want to work with a superstar. And I have players that, former players that's playing overseas, that's played on NBA rosters, I can create those players to get there. I don't necessarily need that person that think that they're a superstar, if that makes sense.
No, I don't like them be the ones that they think they know too much.
Right.
And I tell them, if you know so much, then why am I here? Like,
why am I here? If you know all that, why am I here? So therefore, now when we're talking about that average player that's under the radar, that has the potential to be something, but those are the players. And the reason why I do what I do, because those are often the players, they only need a little tweak in the athletic side. The biggest thing is off the court. And with going back to that, recruitment diagram, that attitude, it all goes back. So I can, tweak your jump shot, or I can, tweak your Euro step or whatever you do to get to the basket, your ball handling. We can fix that a little bit. But that's not the reason why you's not on the team. Right? We already identified that you're probably better than everybody on the team. But what else is holding you back from the team? And my job as a coach is, can I put the proper strategies in place to help you understand and get it there before it's too late?
All right, y'all. Good afternoon. Can I help your athlete get there before it's too late? Can I help them get there before it's too late? Can you help them get there before it's too late? Can any coach help them get there before it's too late? But most importantly, can they help themselves get there before it's too late? All right, once again, I'm Coach Carvel Bailey. I am your host for today, Coach Carvel Bailey's Lunch and Learn. And I want to come give you all something that I heard today in a whole different sense. And I wanted to apply it to basketball, because I believe to teach is to learn twice, right? And so oftentimes when we learn something as leaders, we should then take it and teach somebody else, right? As soon as you learn it, you should teach it to someone else. Oftentimes we learn information and we sit on it, so it's not as effective as it could be because we don't then share it, right? So when you teach something, you're actually learning it for a second time. Does that make sense? right? Like I hope that's making sense. If it is making sense, just drop a 1 in the chat. We're gonna get some engagement, some participation today, right? So I learned this morning on a call with one of my coaches, Dr. Eric Thomas, ET, the hip hop preacher. And the whole month of February, he's doing a coaching segment. And so here's what he said today that really took my mind to a whole nother level of thinking this morning. I couldn't wait to get on here with y'all this afternoon and share that, right? So we talking about increasing your guard's performance in 3 steps, right? And so here are the 3 steps, and I'm gonna break them down. I'm gonna give them to you first. Mindset shift, decision, action. All right, I'm gonna say it again. Somebody can type it in the chat, but those that's following along. Mindset shift, decision, action. So the first thing, in order for your athlete to get somewhere they're attempting to go, they're gonna have to change their mindset. Why? Because even though something that they're doing is working, but something that they're doing has not gotten them to where they're trying to go. Does that make sense? So what they're doing may be working, but they're not doing enough to get them where they're trying to go. Or what they're doing is not enough to get them where they're trying to go. So therefore, from where they are to where they want to be, the middle, that's the mindset shift, right? They have to change and shift their mindset to learn, know, and understand different things, strategies, tips, tools, whatever it is. They have to learn new things so that they can get different results. So your athlete, no matter if they're all state, but they didn't make the McDonald's All-American game, no matter if they're all conference, but they didn't make all area, no matter if they're all area, but they didn't make all state, no matter if they're coming off the bench, but they're not starting, no matter if they didn't make the team and they're looking to make the team, no matter if they're starting, but they're not producing as effectively and efficiently as they would like to, they have to have a mindset shift. Until they shift their mindset, they're going to continue getting what they've got. And now if you're watching me here, I think it's safe to say that where your athlete may be at a certain point, they haven't gotten to where they would like to get. So the solution for that is they have to think differently. They have to think differently so that they can get differently. Does that make sense? Right? So after you get the mindset shift, the education, the understanding, the clarity, right? Once they get the mindset shift, then comes the decision. See, because I was telling a group of school leaders the other day, we've been taught that knowledge is power. How many people have heard knowledge is power, right? Just raise your hand, drop a 2 in the chat, right? If you've heard that knowledge is power. Well, that's a complete lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Knowledge ain't power. What you mean, Coach Bailey? You don't know what you're talking about. Knowledge is power. That's what somebody told you, but they lied to you because they just gave you the information and you felt like you had power. The real power is applying the knowledge that you get. Does that make sense? Right? So knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power. So if your athlete really wants to be powerful, get them to start applying the knowledge that they have. And one way that you can apply the knowledge that you have is to teach it as soon as you learn it. Does that make sense? Is it all starting to come together? Right? And teaching it may just be explaining to somebody else what they heard, what they got, what they learned. But once they have a mindset shift, now they have to make a decision on what they're going to do with the information they got, right? And to make a decision, to decide, right? And that's a whole different conversation. But the word, the suffix IDE, right? Like that means to end almost, right? To end. Homicide, to end somebody's life. Suicide, to end your own life, right? Insecticide to kill off insects, right? Pesticide, kill off bugs, right? But decide is to get rid of all the other options. So once your athlete has a mindset shift, and now they decide to get rid of all the other options and stay with this, and they're killing off all the other options, all the other distractions, they're deciding to make a promise on that thing. But now after they decide, the third thing is now they got to put action to it. Does your athlete decide that they're going to get extra work even when they can't get to the gym? Right? Does your athlete decide they're going to run an extra sprint even when they don't have to? Does your athlete decide they're going to go in the gym and make 100 extra shots even though their workout is over? You know, I be in schools and I be working out with athletes and showing athletes things, and I'll have them do a certain number of things. And once they finish, they be like, okay, I'm done. I said, like, the ball should never stop moving. If you're doing a dribbling drill or whatever and you finish, do it again. And when you finish, do it again. Right? But once you decide, then you got to take action. A lot of people think that they're making a choice, but they still have distractions. But they really haven't decided and cut off other things. So the 3 steps that's going to increase your athletes, your guards' performance and production, they have to change their mindset. They have to make a decision. And then they have to take action. So I'll say this the same way they were shared with me this morning. Your athlete is one mindset shift away, one decision away, and one action away from changing the course of their basketball career and possibly their life. But the same holds true to you. The same holds true to you as the parent of the student athlete. The same holds true to you. You have to have a mindset shift. Everybody ain't going D1. Everybody shouldn't go D1. That's why there's different levels. You can have that goal, but you have to have a mindset shift. I see so many parents, they think Division I or bust. And if it's Division I, or if it's no college, there's some people listening to me, your athletes will play basketball all the way up until high school, and then they won't play anymore. I saw on College Game Day this weekend, a young lady from Kansas. She shot and made a half-court shot on the first try. She's like, I want to say she's like, and like majoring to be an astronaut, like astronautical engineering or something crazy. But they asked her, they said, did you play basketball in high school? She said, yep. But she's a freshman in Kansas now, being a student. But everything that she learned along the way in middle school, high school, club ball, AAU, whatever, even if she played, the things she learned along the way will help her in her major. So there are a lot of kids that will use the tools that this game can offer to help them in life, and they will never play basketball after high school. Mindset shift. Some are okay with it. Some feel like they got to get their family into a better situation, and that's fine too. But you as the parent, you also need a mindset shift. And once you get the mindset shift, and the first mindset shift is being here for 14 minutes and 34 seconds listening to this information, because most people, they just want to watch their kid play. Most kids just want to play. Most people ain't getting the information. That's a mindset shift. Once you learn something new, right, you have to be open enough to take it in and then to learn it. So you get the mindset shift, and then you make a decision to kill off everything else around you so it's no distractions. Decide. Then after that decision is made, go take action on it. Don't just sit on it. Go take action. What's your athlete's goals for the next 2.5 months? Like, what are their goals for the next 2.5 months until like the end of April, the beginning of May? And then what are their goals leading from now up until the end of summer? Like, where do they want to be? And based on where they want to be and where they are now, what needs to happen in the middle? It's, again, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's simple. It's simple when you break it down. Here, what's in the middle? How do you get that mindset shift? You get education. You listen to things like this. You go on YouTube and you study. You sit down with your athlete and let them watch games, and you all maybe talk about it, why the game is going on, just to see what they know. Right? You can also do yourself, get some justice, right? And pick up Understanding Life Through the Game of Basketball, a guide to effective leadership and coaching, right? You can pick up Creating the Perfect Storm, teaching today's athlete development, performance, and experience. Or you can pick up Rise Above the Rim, embracing the power of positive affirmations in basketball. All three of these will help your athlete in their mindset shift, will help you in your mindset shift. But you got to decide. You have to, not the books is just one way in which you can change your mindset. But if your athlete is a recruitable athlete, or let's say if your athlete is in middle school or high school, have you taken your kid to a college game if they want to play college? Have you taken them to a college practice? Have you taken them to a college campus? Here, and in the middle. What are you doing to change their mindset, change your mindset? And now can you all decide that there's a need for change? Some people say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That may be true. But if it ain't got you where you need to go, maybe you need a shift or a pivot to help you get there. Right? I just wanted to come back on and reiterate what I learned this morning. One mindset shift away, one decision away, one action away. It ain't easy to be great. It's pretty simple in this world to be mediocre. And it's the little things, it's the decisions, the little things that help the difference between good and great. And your athlete has what it takes because they're still pretty young. They have what it takes if they can get the right information, get the right help. If you can get the right help, because guess what? Parents that are educated, parents that understand, have a different way of looking at things, have a different mindset, guess what happened? Those athletes tend to be better. Those athletes tend to be better. So you can't just say, oh, my kid play basketball, I ain't necessarily worried about it. Or you can't be overly aggressive. You have to sit back and pay attention and watch and be able to help push your athlete back on the right track, pull them back on the right track. You have to be able to help to get them from where they are to where they want to be, right? Or where they are to where they want to be. And this is the gap in between. So let's change our mindsets, right? And then let's make better decisions based on our mindset shift. And then let's take action. Because again, to teach is to learn twice. All right. So I hope that made sense to y'all, right? I hope that made sense. You can let me know what city and state that you're checking in from. Definitely let me know what city and state you're checking in from. If this made sense to you, just drop a yes in the comments, wherever you're watching it from. right? Wherever you're watching it from. If it made sense, just drop a yes in the comments. Now, everybody want exposure, but this is how you get exposure for your athlete. This is how you get exposure for your athlete, right? You want the exposure, but you don't want to do what's necessary to help your athlete get the exposure. You need a mindset shift. This is what I'm talking about, right? If it made sense, just drop a yes in the comments, right? Mr. Lacey, right? Joe Biden, guess what? He's been a student his whole life, lifelong student. Let's not sit behind and keep right, but I hope it helps. And I know it helps somebody today, all right? But whatever you do, if it's with me or with anybody else, get the help that's needed. Get the help that's needed for your athlete. Now, if you want to take advantage, purchase any books that I have, we're in our third week. We're in our third week of our 8-week winter program. Our third week of our 8-week winter program. I think we got 2 spots left, one for the 1st through 5th and one for the 6th through 12th. So we got 2 spots left, one in each group. All right. If you want to get a copy of my book, go to my website, carvelbailey.com, or you can reach out to me either way for anything. If you need someone to come talk to your team, your athletes, definitely reach out. And it's scrolling across the bottom. If you want to know more of what college coaches won't tell you to help your athlete get better exposure, confidence, then definitely check out my free case study video. All right. At BeTheRightRecruit.com. All right, y'all. With that, I'm about to roll. As they say, it's time for the music. It's time for my class to come in. Y'all be great on purpose. All right. Share this with somebody that you know they can benefit from this. All right.
Yo, just so you understand it, this is Coach Carvel Bailey's program with the spirit of Bob Hambry. This is Blessed of All, helping athletes, and we represent. Study your craft, your mentality leads to excellence. It's all about your mindset. We'll never stop addressing this, so be positive and not a pessimist. Confidence took James Harden higher. If you really want it, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard as carbon fiber, but we got you. From counseling to workshops, we do it. You'll go farther with a scholarship. We'll help you get recruited. Yo, anyone can dribble and shoot, but it's the ones who study basketball internally that make it to Duke University. Knowledge goes around. The game is played from the neck up and not from the shoulders down. This is Blessed of All, helping you with obstacles. The athletes are the rocket. Blessed of All is the rocket fuel. If you hit a wall, we can help you slowly climb it. So keep a Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant. Blessed of All. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Blessed of All. Use your mentality to master the craft. Blessed of All. Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Blessed of All. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Blessed of All. Use your mentality to master the craft. Blessed of All. Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Yo, Coach Carvel Bailey. Hey, listen to your coach, man. He ain't no scrub off the street. That man got credentials, academic and street. Believe it. And my name is Strategic.